Last time, Patriot Campers took off to the National 4x4. It's trucking life Patriot style as Michael, Justin and I drive an epic convoy led by a Mack Superliner. And the show opens with a bang as we launch some of the biggest gear we've ever built.
All right, so the crowds are starting to gather. It's just coming up on 11 o'clock. I'm about to jump up and release Season 2 of Patriot Games to the world. You can see all the people standing around, Super Ram, Patriot Games. It's I'm starting to sweat again like last year. When we did the Mega Tour last year, I don't even remember what I said. I'm not sweating that bad. This is so nerve-wracking getting in front of this many people you don't know, but let's see how it goes and let's see what everyone's reaction's like.
The most exciting thing for today, I think, is we're going to give the first sneak peek into Series 2 of the Patriot Games.
Hearing people's comments through all the previews and stuff is cool. Hearing all the holy hell, oh geez, it's pretty cool.
It's kind of just cool just standing in the crowd and just listening to what people say, because it's not a bad thing to say. Everyone loves it and everyone can't wait to see more of it.
It's surreal to think that, 5 years ago, a little project of a camper trailer in the back of my factory up in Brisbane has turned into what it has now. This is what we do. This is what Patriot Campers has always been about. This is what my family does. Prior to Patriot Campers, now we've got a camera following us around. Obviously, we've taken it to a whole nother level.
How do you reckon it went, Series 2?
Yeah.
What was the reaction like?
I think everyone was really, really impressed and excited to see what's going on.
Well, actually, I did it again. I completely phased out. I don't remember a single thing I said.
You did really, really well. I got some snaps of you and the crowd, and no, pumping.
That's really some nervous stuff. Like getting in front of that many people that you don't know.
Yes.
And
you
launching.
See me hiding at the back?
I was looking for you, but I couldn't find you. I felt lost without you.
Oh, love you.
Yeah. That was really fun though, guys. The reaction to Series 2 was awesome. The crowd that came out here, pumping, Cloud 9 once again.
Yeah.
Where does this stop?
I don't think it ever will.
Where does
not
it
with
stop?
you anyway.
Now, we're finally going to go for a walk around the Melbourne 4x4 show. Let's point out some of the cool gear that I think is coming into the market or exists in the market, and we'll give you a bit of an idea about what this show is all about outside of Patriot Campers. All right, so we're here at the Xray Vision stand with Troy, my main man that hooks us up with all the builds. Mate, what's new for Xray at the Melbourne 4x4 this year?
What you want to get involved with is our quad optic technology, so our 1200 series light bars, like what you guys run on all the Patriot builds.
All the builds.
Our HID technology with our round driving lights, fantastic.
Yep.
And you've got to get down to see the Peak Ranger. There's something fantastic on the front of that Ranger.
The
The twin 600s, mate. You drive behind it, what do you reckon?
Oh, mate, look, we've used from day dot, first Super Tourer that we ever built, had the Xray light bars. I had another brand on. Yep. Then I ended up changing them out with Xray, and then through the years, it's all we've ever built. I've hit kangaroos with them. I've run through the scrub with them. The light that comes off them, look, it's like anything, you get what you pay for, eh? Yep. And we only use the best gear. Xray light bars, if you haven't seen them before, or you don't know of them, which I think you've been living under a rock if you haven't heard of Xray.
That's exactly
by now.
right,
yeah?
Everywhere you're going, yeah.
Make sure you check them out, really, really good gear. Good man, how you been?
Yeah, not too bad.
What's new for Dachi this year?
We've got the bigger, wider version of the Dachi high view rooftop tent.
Yeah.
So the 2200 wide, which goes perfectly on the camper trailers.
I know this thing well, the Dust to Dawn.
Dust to Dawn. That's one of our best sellers in the Dirty D swag.
We just spent a month in Arnhem Land in those.
Yeah,
Me and the
right.
twins, three up on the roof. Man, they're awesome. They're a good bit of gear.
Great ventilation.
Show us through this tent.
So you've got the dual ladder, the annex underneath, so you can mount it on, 150 series.
Yep.
Put it on camper trailers.
Yep. How wide's this one? 1800.
2200 wide.
2200 wide.
So you get 4 people up there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
What else is new?
We've got
Obviously, all the Dachi sleeping bags,
bags.
mattresses. That's all gear that we use on Patriot Games.
Yep.
On the truck drive on the way down here, you've seen me and Sarah sleeping. in the back of the Mac. I don't know what temperature it was, but being in Victoria, it was like minus 60 degrees or whatever it is down here.
Yeah, they've got a name for themselves.
It's always freezing cold. I was sweating inside that thing. That's how good they are. They work really well, and they're really durable too.
And they've also got all the waterproof gear bags as well that you guys are running.
Waterproof gear bags, that is our go-to now. You would have seen this in the Mac truck, Season 2 of Patriot Games, all of our international travel now, so when the kids are flying over to America, that thing there, worth its absolute weight in gold. You cannot go anywhere without that if you're camping. We chuck them in the trays in the back of the utes, thunderstorms, rain, the whole lot. All the kids' gear stays good
And then
inside
you've got
there.
the big 240 as well. Which
Yeah,
is perfect on top of the roof.
So guys, Dachi, Stan, I was actually just saying, why does every year you guys seem to keep doubling? It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
All the new product development. We try and do as much innovation as we can possibly stay one step ahead of everyone else. But we're growing quite nicely.
Dachi gear, check it out. Really good gear, and I know from personal use. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks. Cheers, mate.
All right, so I'm here with Rob from Dometic, mate. Melbourne 4x4 show. What's it like? Dometic's always here on the TJM stand. Walk us through. What's the lineup?
Mate, we've got a fantastic lineup here today, starting at the 95 litre CFX 95.
Yeah, which I haven't got one of them yet, but
Yeah, dual zone, mate. You've got to
That's
get
where
on
it's
the
at,
wagon.
eh?
Get on the wagon.
That's
mate.
where it's
it's
at.
any combination of fridge freezer that you like.
So you can do fridge in both or freeze in both.
Yep.
That's where it's at. So all the Patriot Campers owners would need to upgrade the fridge slide so we can get one of these dual zones in there. We've tried working on it, not yet, but it will be coming. But this is where it's at, eh?
This is where it's at, mate.
Yep.
Yeah. But we also have some
65.
fantastic single zones as
Yep.
well. So single zones are fridge or freezers.
Yep. Well, they just work. We used them right throughout Season 2 of Patriot Games, up in Arnhem Land, where we've got no mains power up there. We're up there for 4 weeks. Every one of the vehicles was running Dometic fridges. 65 in the back of the Megatourer, 50s in the X2s and the X1s. We had 35 on deep freeze in the back of the Ranger and just didn't skip a beat.
Yeah, so super efficient for solar power as well.
And we're running them off solar, and they're a good bit of gear.
Yep.
Dometic fridges, there's a lot of different brands out there. These guys have been around forever. I can tell you first-hand service and warranty is second to none. Ever have an issue with them, not a problem. You got local suppliers, pick up parts or whatever you need, jump on there and have a look. All right, so Talkit is another one of those brands that we've been using for years and years. This year, Series 2 of Patriot Games, we fitted out the Talkit exhaust, pedal torque, and tuner to Sarah's Ranger. And oh my God, what a difference. What's the power upgrade in that kit?
We got the module and the DPF pack exhaust on that. Will save fuel, obviously.
Yep, 100%.
Give you some power increases, some nice safe power increases in torque.
Noticeable.
Great, noticeable, safe power increase for sure.
Real punchy on the pedal too.
Real punchy from the throttle controller. So Bluetooth gear, I think we put on that
Yep,
one.
yep.
All controlled off an app off your phone, so it's hidden, unseen.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Good.
And so there's economy mode and sports mode,
Yep,
I think, from
sports
memory.
mode.
Every time I jumped in, I'd put it back to economy, and then as soon as I'd leave, Sarah would switch it straight back over to sports.
Up to the punch.
She is heaps harder on the gear than I am, I promise you, but noticeable difference. For me, the best thing about all the Talkit gear is, and specifically the exhaust, is the quality that goes into the fabrication. Now, you guys are doing them in what you would consider high volume for an exhaust manufacturer, but all of these look like they've been built by a custom fabricator. You know, the TIG welding on this, the stainless steel, the quality of all the flanges, all the laser cutting, everything that goes into them is something that you would expect to see to come out of a custom shop, right?
Absolutely.
And that's, for me, that's the number one, at a price that you couldn't get a custom exhaust shop to build.
They fit first time, every time.
Every time, and we fit a lot of them. Bolt straight in, awesome bit of gear. Let's have a look at the control modules. All right, so run us through. What do we got up here?
Righto, so we've got our version 2 throttle controller, plug and play, above the throttle. Many programs in there, your sports plus.
Really noticeable bit of gear. This is what I was talking about before, especially in the Ranger, but the 200 series as well. We run these in every 200 that we build.
Just makes it really enjoyable and a pleasure to drive. Brings your car responsive again.
Yeah,
So once
especially
you slow 'em down,
especially when you're towing. Okay, so the modules, run us through what do they actually do? How do they work?
So they increase fuel, they play around with boost, they give you the power. Okay, so they are Bluetooth controlled as well, so you can turn them on, turn them off, go into a sports mode, a cruise mode, a sports plus mode, plug and play again, back of the fuel rail predominantly.
Awesome. Talkit gear, run all throughout the Super Tourer range. The new stuff in Season 2 of Patriot Games, keep an eye out for it. All right, so we're rolling through the top hall. Patriot Campers booth is over the other side. We're going to see what's probably some of our best mates, eh?
Yes, for sure.
The team at Polaris Australia, the gear, the Polaris gear, we just don't travel anywhere without it, do we?
No.
Always got a quad bike, always got a Razor or a Ranger or a Crewman, but come and check out, I think, what's probably the most innovative build that Patriot Campers has done in a very long time, and we'll see what the reaction is. All right, so check it out. The Crewman 6-seater, 1000cc, 1 ton towing capacity. So this is the ultimate family side-by-side. We took the Crewman up to Arnhem Land, we used it for 3 or 4 weeks up there, then I come back, I wrote a long list, gave it to the engineering team. I need a fridge, I need a red arc setup, I need a roof rack on it, I need a spotlight on it, a few little decals. So let's have a quick walk around it. So basically what we've got here is we've got the standard Crewman 1000 with a lot of Polaris accessories on it, and I'll run you through them, but a lot of new innovative products from Patriot Campers as well. Perfect for the X2. X2 in its standard form comes in at 680 kilos. That one there that you're looking at optioned up is going to be somewhere around the 900 kilos, and honestly this thing tows it like an absolute dream, tows it perfectly. We got the front rack on, so we pile a lot of gear on, obviously X-ray bars, got a winch at the front, you'll see that come in really handy a few times. Steel doors are, for me, obviously we'll run them around up in the Northern Territory, a lot of crocodiles around. We actually did have a crocodile lunge at the buggy, so when we got the kids in it, obviously with the steel doors. We've developed this new roof rack system, so Rhino Rack's Pioneer platform with all P-Core gear on the side of it so we can strap swags down on top, and that's our sleeping arrangement. Got the Polaris remote spotlight up the top. Again, we use that a lot out spotlighting at nights. Plenty of room inside of it. The only other thing I've got left to do to it is I want to lift it up a little bit more. I find with the longer wheelbase, and now with the towing and the weight we've got on it, the buggy settled down, so we probably want to bring that up a little bit. P-Core canopy, so a P-Core side-by-side canopy. This is a brand new product for us. We haven't actually priced it yet, but what this actually does is it really gives the functionality of this vehicle to be able to go out for extended periods of time. If we want to go overnight, we can go out overnight, and we've got all of our food with us, electrical gear on the other side, swags up on the roof. It is just the awesome setup with the X2 behind it. Dometic 45 litre fridge inside there, fridge freezer. In the back, we got twin gun racks, another X-ray light at the side, so we can light up everything at camp. Because of the drawbar height of the X1, we're sitting at 630mm or an X2. We've got a really high hitch. We've developed this hitch bracket at the back which bolts into the chassis and lifts that hitch height right up so we can use a standard tongue, and it gets a clearance on the drawbar of our camper trailers, which is really handy. You get those big departure angles that you need. So this is probably the coolest thing that I don't think many people would have seen in a side-by-side before. Full red arc suite. So we've got a 120 amp hour AGM battery inside here, buried in the back. A Red Arc Manager 30, controlling everything. We've got solar inputs, we've got cigarette outputs, USB outputs, and a 2000 watt inverter. So there you go, there's a quick walk around the new Crewman 6 by Patriot Campers with some of the gear on there. Check this out. Now, when I put the tyres, the 37 12.5s, on the Mega Tourer, I had to have them air freighted in. Looks like Mickey Thompson's got a spare for me in stock. How you doing, mate?
Hey, Justin, how are you?
How's it going?
Yeah, great.
So, guys, here I am with Anthony Kittle, owner of Red Arc, really good mate of mine. We've formed a great relationship over the time that Patriot Campers has been going. Mate, how's the show been for you guys, Red Arc? Is this crazy or what?
Mate, what a crowd. It's
Yeah?
great. Yeah, no,
Yep.
really good, really good.
New products, any launches? What are you focusing on?
Yeah, we've got a few things in the pipeline, but you know, probably our most successful products we've got on the show.
Yep.
So, you know, here today, and our BCDs, the dual battery systems. Everyone loves it.
So familiar with it.
Product for everyone.
Standard in every build that we do.
You know, so just the quality's there.
Yep.
And then you know the brake controller.
Yep.
Electric brake controller.
Another
So
really
on the
familiar
X1,
product.
You got to have a SoPro in the car.
Yep.
So yeah, that's going awesome as well.
Yep.
People just love the fact that set and forget. Like just drive, enjoy yourself, and the tow pro does the rest. So
What's it like for you? Tell me something. Here's something that I want to know. Obviously, as the owner of a business like Red Arc, very well-established business, what I find really surprising is that you're here working the stand on the weekend at the Melbourne 4x4. Why? Why do you do it?
Like you, mate. I love being engaging with the customer and you know, getting their feedback, understanding what they really like and how they suggest we get better. So I'm here to learn. And we learn something new.
Get the
every day.
feedback from everybody in the industry, and you start resonating with what your customers want. And
mix with the guys. You know, Dylan and Cameron are here.
And it changes the direction, doesn't it?
Yeah. So we can act quickly. We get that feedback and straight back to the factory. The engineers. Hey, guys, let's do this. Change that. Suddenly we're on a winner.
How cool is that? Check out all the Red Arc gear. A very well-established, dynamic Australian manufacturer, and the only gear that I'll fit electronically into any of our builds. Good to see you, mate.
Hey, great to see you, Dustin.
Thanks.
All the best.
All right, we are at where the party's at. TJM stand is huge, dominating the Melbourne 4x4.
Absolutely, 750 square metres of everything for your forward.
Of pure awesomeness. Let's go for a walk around and show everybody what TJM's all about and all the products that are being represented on this stand.
Come on in.
So first off, we got all the canopies.
Yes, we do. We've got a range of new TJM canopies here, and of course the Aero Class brand of canopies, which are very well known globally.
So the canopies, really cool. Not a product that I'm that familiar with, but for our trip on Series 2 of Patriot Games, we fitted one up to an Aero Class to my brother's Hilux, and now he swears by it.
Absolutely. It almost turns your ute into a wagon.
Yeah, that's really exactly what it does.
Secures all your tools and all your toys at the same time.
Toolboxes from Aero Class.
Absolutely. Great for storing all your odds and ends, tools, bits and pieces, chemicals, all those sorts of things. Anything hazardous. Just keeps things safe from rolling around in the back of the car.
You've got MSA on the stand as well.
MSA, great range of rear drawer systems, drop slides.
All our drop fridge slides are all MSA.
Seat covers, canvas, hard wearing, great for Australia.
All really good stuff. Check that stuff out.
For those people that tow, we have GVM upgrades, which are a necessary, safe thing that you need when you're towing these big caravans around Australia today. A whole range of different options for that. We also have a range of our own Pace.
And Fox now. If you don't know now, you know TJM and Fox shocks have jumped in together, done a collaboration for all the Australian vehicles. Fox shocks are now available for Ranger, Jeep and 79.
And we'll have a whole range of other vehicles coming
out in the future. What's really impressive is the new TJM Pace shocks. So these are a remote reservoir shock. We're running these in the current Ranger. We've been running these for 24,000 kilometres now up into Arnhem Land. Unbelievable bit of kit. An Australian company like TJM bringing out a shock like this, game changer. Absolute game changer. So check out all that gear as well. So all the Brightux lights, all the Xray lights, another product that we're really familiar with. These are definitely the best in the market.
I know a bloke that uses a few of these.
That looks familiar too. As seen on TJM equipped Patriot Games. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased now. These are the best gear, best bit of gear. When I think TJM, I think bull bars. Straight away, that's the first thing I think of, bull bars. But I think what you probably won't realise unless you get into a TJM store, everything is accessible, like we're saying. It's about one-stop shop. Take your four-wheel drive in there, anything you want from bull bars, wheels, tyres, electrical, lights, all that sort of travelling gear is all available in one spot. All the Dometic gear, Dometic fridges, stuff that we're really familiar with. What do we got over here? Recovery kits. Now this is gear that I'm really, really familiar with.
You use it a little bit more often than I do.
I use it a lot. There isn't one vehicle that I own that doesn't have at least one TJ recovery kit in it. Rhino Rack's another product. Every vehicle that we build, Rhino Rack.
Well, another great Australian company.
It
started in Australia
here in Melbourne.
Richard Cropley. And and again, and everything they did here was designed about carrying equipment and accessories and all your camera gear that would last and stand up to the corrugated roads and things that we have in this country.
The Pioneer platform, guys, if you watched any of our stuff, you watched the builds, we put the Pioneer platform on every vehicle that we build. I don't think there's a vehicle that we've built for our own use that doesn't have one of these. You can see here just the diversity of the accessories that you can get to go onto a Pioneer platform. That's what makes it so good. It's not just the platform. You want to put a gas bottle, there's a holder for it. You want to put jerry cans, there's a holder for it. You want to put shovels, you want to put high lift jacks, you want to put solar panels. There is a product there to mount anything to the top.
Direction Plus, diesel filters.
Yep.
Again, you know, we're out in the middle of nowhere, and sometimes the fuel's not always as clean as what it is in other areas.
Yep. And this is specifically, and I can tell you from experience, with the Land Cruiser 79 or 200, they're very, very temperamental on dirty fuel. Like that fuel filter light just loves to come up, so that's going to save that. But if you're travelling around remote destinations in a Toyota, spare air filter, spare fuel filter, always, everywhere you go. Trust me, take one with you. There's a bit of a walk around the TJM stand here at the Melbourne 4x4. Get yourself into a TJM store. It's not, like I said, it's not just about bull bars, which in this video, we've bypassed the bull bars. Everybody's familiar with the TJM bull bars as far as I'm concerned, but it's all the other stuff that you probably don't know that you can get inside a TJM store. Get in there, check one out, and if you're at a show, a trade show, anywhere across Australia, and you visit a TJM stand, this is the man responsible for it. Thanks for your time, mate.
Thank you, Justin. Safe travels.
Cheers. All right, so I'm at the Brown Davis stand. Now, this week I caught up with Brown Davis, went to the factory, had a good tour of the factory. Cam is over the back there trying to have something to eat. Now, the most frustrating thing when you're at a trade show is when you try and have lunch because you don't get to, there's a lot of people around, and someone keeps talking to you while you're eating. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go interrupt his lunch and see what's new in the world of Brown Davis. Come with me. All right, so he's seen me come and he put his food away. Yeah, I know that trick.
How are you, buddy?
You're trying to have your lunch?
Oh, I was trying to just...
You're trying to...
Mate.
What's going on, mate?
Good.
All right, so we're going to have a quick walk around the Brown Davis stand. What's new, what's exciting, what's happening?
Mate, there's plenty of good stuff that we've got at the moment. This old girl, very similar to Chase's, actually.
Yeah.
Our Hilux. So pretty much identical gear on this one.
Yep.
We've got the tanks on display. That's a big seller for us.
Yeah.
Replacement utes.
For a Hilux.
For the
All
small dual
cabs.
Small utes.
Yeah.
Mate, pop one out, pop one in. You remember Chase's build. Yeah. Easy stuff. And
easy, it's like a 2-hour fitment, drop one out, bolt another one in.
And you double your fuel
Another
capacity.
70, 80 litres depending on the vehicle. Have a chat about the finished product. What makes Brown Davis stand out from everybody else?
Honestly, if you were here and you go, mate, I own a Ford
Kia
Everest.
Carnival.
I want to buy a Kia Carnival, yeah. I want to buy a tank. The biggest difference we find is we spend the extra time to make sure these things are as strong as they can be.
Yep.
And little things, I say to people, you look at this and you go, oh, why they got a whole nother pad behind the bracket?
Yep.
Spreading loads is massive. You've got this big,
especially on sheet metal. Yep.
Every litre's pretty much a kilogram.
Yep.
So and we're putting serious, 150 litres, or in some of yours, 185 under the back. That's like
Plus
a 44-gallon drum under the back.
Yep.
So what we do, spreading loads. Every single bracket on our tanks has got a second skin behind it.
So all the baffling inside to ensure that the fuel pump has got that right pickup. You're not going to get any surging or suck air through your tanks.
That's the best thing.
2 mil aluminised steel.
All 2 mil aluminised steel.
Yep.
So this, we've got a Hilux Everest tank just to show it's a cool sort of shape, I guess, because they do come in all different shapes. Over here, dude, this is something new.
Yeah, I noticed this on the way through. How long have you been doing these?
Mate, this is probably, to be honest, about 2.5 years in the making. We've been working with plastic now.
Yep.
Or poly.
Poly.
And
yep.
Mate, they've got a great purpose for vehicles.
All right, so there it is, poly tanks. Bit of a walk around the Brown Davis stand. Mate, I had an awesome time out at the factory the other day, eh? Had a really good time, mate.
And the good thing is, the best thing about, I've been up to see you guys a couple of times, is just seeing how others are doing stuff.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
you learn something at every factory you go to.
Everyone's fairly similar. We're all doing similar stuff, but it's great to sort of all come together.
Yeah.
And, mate, forward driving's where it's at the moment. This is crazy. You look around.
The industry's, it's just getting bigger and bigger. Awesome, mate. Have a good show, dude. Thanks. All right, guys, so there you have it. A walk around the Melbourne National 4x4 show. Do you have a big weekend?
Huge weekend.
Absolutely massive launch of all the new products, and the Ram, I definitely think stole the show.
Oh, for sure.
But we're going to be back next year.
That's right!